Alright, shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out. The prophesied the downfall of America in this society. I want to start off giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This the brother Madazawa A.K.A. Mataz. I'm coming back with another quick video. And basically, man, I'm just going to let this video play. And, hey, if you want to be rememberable, got to fight for it, man. You want that name in the kingdom, got to fight for it. Let me let this play.
They didn't ghost you. You just weren't memorable enough to stay. You blame others for...
Just give me 1 second, Salakia. I gotta put it on. Alright. Let me let it play one more time.
They didn't... You just weren't memorable enough. They didn't ghost you. You just weren't memorable enough to stay. You blame others for disappearing. But here's the harsh truth. People don't leave value. They leave what's replaceable. They leave what's boring. And if they ghosted you, you weren't unforgettable. You were convenient. Disposable. That should piss you off. That should ignite something savage in you. Instead of crying about it, become someone no one dares to forget. Level up so far that ignoring you becomes impossible. Stop begging for attention. Start becoming so dangerous. They regret ever walking away. They didn't ghost you. You just weren't memorable in...
So yeah, man. We looking and fighting to be remembered in the book of life, you know, because the ones that sacrifice everything and sacrifice their whole life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to be in the book of life. And that's what we're looking forward to. You want to be rememberable. You don't want to be replaceable. Who are replaceable? The 2/3, man. We supposed to be irreplaceable. And to be irreplaceable, you have to fight for that. You have to fight and you have to believe in yourself. You got to do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua consistently. It's not an option. We got work to do, man. And if you ain't putting in that work and doing the things that's required, man, you're not gonna be remembered. Why would somebody remember somebody like you? Give me 1 second. So I want to read this. This heavy. This is Revelations 21. I'm gonna start at 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it. So like you said, man, you want to be remembered. And the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it should not be shut at all by day, for there should be no night there, you know, because it's going to always be glorious in the kingdom, man, you know, in the kingdom of heaven. And the ones who make it there are going to be remembered, you know. If you want to be remembered in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you're going to fight for that. Simple as that. You're going to put your life on the line for that. You're going to deal, man. Simple. You're going to deal. So it says, and they should bring the glory of honor of the nations unto it. And there should be no wise enter unto it anything that's defiled, neither whatsoever worketh abominations, because ain't gonna be no abominations or none of that. The Lord is not accepting anything, you know. He's gonna accept the elect. He ain't just accepting any old body or any old thing. Simple as that. Or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. Exactly. If you want to be written in the book of life, you know, you're going to be ready to put your life on the line for this. You're gonna be ready to die for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, you're gonna do everything in your power to be a part of this, man. You know, simple as that. You're gonna be looking forward to be a part of this, a part of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, if you want to be a part of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're gonna look forward to be a part of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You're gonna fight to be written in that book. You know, I want to get this. Second Esdras 2. But this is a part of it right here. This is Second Esdras 2 and 42. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number. And who was the great people? The elect, the chosen. And they all praised the Lord Yahweh with songs. And in the midst of them there were a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, which is Yahweh Shai. We all understand that, you know. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns. And, hey, the ones who are going to be remembered are going to get them crowns. They're going to be written in the book of life. They're going to get them crowns. They ain't going to be disposable, you know. You just disposable, you know. It ain't gonna be like that, because they're gonna be the chosen. Only the chosen is gonna make it. If you want to look forward to being in that and have a good name to remember, you gotta fight for that. Simple as that. And it says, he said crowns upon. Everyone there of their heads he set crown, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, Salakia, and put on the immortal clothing, and have confessed the name of the Most High Power God. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And that's the chosen. Only the elect is going to get that. Everybody is not getting that. Everybody is not going to just make it. You know, a lot of our people are going to be destroyed. Simple as that. Because they 2/3. The Lord only coming to save his chosen, the elect. That's it. Them the ones that's gonna be remembered. Those the ones that's everybody gonna praise, you know. Them the ones who gonna get this. This is Matthew 19 and 28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that which ye have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Simple as that. They gonna be the ones judging the earth, the judges of the earth, man. Is that? And people don't want to accept that we are judges. You know, they accept the so-called white man being a judge, these Edomites, but when it comes to Jake, oh man, Jake can't be a judge. Whatever. And then this is the blessings that we're gonna get. Not only getting a good name, we're going to get all of this as well. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brother, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or land, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. You're going to get 100 plus. Simple as that. 100-fold, man. You know? Yahweh Shai is giving that. And it's going to be a blessing. You know, and it's going to be honorable to get that, you know, because they are fighting for that name, fighting to be, you know, for that salvation and all of that, you know. So this Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment, in the day of death than the day of one's birth. So it don't. So hey man, having a good name is everything, man. That's important. You know, and because when you die, now you are remembered. You know, you're remembered and everything. But guess what? We ain't gonna be dying anymore. We're gonna just be remembered, and we're gonna live forever. You know, Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna bless us with that. No more death, no more crying, no more sorrow, none of that. You know, He's gonna make sure we taken care of. He's gonna make sure we straight. And He's gonna bless us with everything that we need. We ain't gonna have to want for anything. Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna be there for us. It's gonna be a blessing, man. You know. So, hey man, it's good to have a good name, man. It's good to have a good name. It's honorable. You know. You gotta fight for that though. You gotta fight for that. And if you want to remember and not disposable, then disposable. Salakia. You know, you're gonna fight for these things. You're gonna continue pushing, always giving your all for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna give your all in this thing. You're not gonna halfway do it. None of that, you know. You're gonna be on board for Yahweh Shem Yahushua and ready. So, but I ain't want to go on too long. Just wanted to hit certain points, man. You know, hopefully it's edifying to the body and to the ones that's listening. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And if your sisters are listening, learning, being